Aleksandar Mitrovic heads to Russia in the 2018 World Cup, having set Craven Cottage on fire during his 6-month loan spell from Newcastle United. Having signed on deadline day, the 23-year-old banged in 12 goals to help steer Fulham to the Premier League via the Championship playoffs, leaving a lot of people asking just why he wasn't in Rafa Benitez's first-team plans up in the northeast. But not Fulham fans, they didn't care, and as far as they were concerned, Mitrovic falling out of favour at St James's Park was one of the best things to happen to their side this season, with the striker forming an integral part of their promotion success. And in the heat of Wembley Stadium, it looked like it was meant to be as Mitrovic hoisted the playoff trophy above his head in front of the Fulham faithful, after exchanging words with the man who helped pave the way for his arrival in West London, head coach Slavica Jokanovic. We all know the story. After Mitrovic's move to Anderlecht fell through, him and the Fulham boss exchanged messages on WhatsApp before Jokanovic put him forward to the recruitment team, who ran their data and scout analysis on him before giving the club the go-ahead to get the Serbian forward. What an astute bit of business it turned out to be. Fulham won promotion to the Premier League, gaining a financial windfall in the process, for a fraction of the price it would have cost them to sign someone permanently in January, by signing Mitrovic on a loan deal. Image, Sergeant Stevanovic, Getty Images, and now it's worked out. Fulham want him back as their own player, but what happens at the World Cup may have a big say on proceedings. Newcastle know that the Whites want to sign Mitrovic, but know that a good World Cup will see his price tag rise, especially as more clubs become interested in him, which is why they haven't entered any negotiations for the striker just yet. The 23-year-old striker has continued his good form as Serbia prepare for the World Cup, bagging a hat-trick against Bolivia in their final warm-up game for Russia as his country won 5-1. Image, Nigel French, PA Wire. Serbia are in a group with Brazil, Switzerland and Costa Rica, and Mitrovic will be confident he can net in at least 2 of those games as his country look to qualify for the last 16 and further in Russia. If he does have a good World Cup, Fulham will be looking at an ever-increasing price for the man who fired them to the Premier League, despite the fact Mitrovic would not be against staying in London. As mentioned previously, a good World Cup coupled with the amount of goals he scored at Fulham last season will see clubs circling for him too. Crystal Palace have already been touted for a move, while a number of overseas clubs are interested in him. That puts Fulham in a difficult position. They would like to conclude a deal for Mitrovic quickly, as you would expect, but with Newcastle's position of trying to get as much money for him as possible, any deal for the striker is likely to go well into pre-season. With him needing a break, it's also likely that if Mitrovic was to sign, he wouldn't be up to the required fitness levels for the start of the Premier League season, leaving Fulham with a headache up top once more. Of course, if Mitrovic doesn't have a World Cup that he's hoping for, interest may cool somewhat from other clubs on him, while Newcastle won't be able to ask for the higher price they're hoping for on the back of Russia. Image, Catherine Iville, Getty Images. That won't affect Fulham, who want to do a deal for him regardless of his performances at the World Cup after his loan spell, but it may put them in a better position. Whatever happens, Mitrovic's future is unlikely to be sorted out until after the World Cup, with the striker already at the side's training base of the Royal Falka Resort in Kaliningrad. Successful World Cup or not, Fulham will be heading the queue for his signature ahead of their return to the Premier League. Keep up to date with the latest news, features and exclusives from Football London via the free Football London app for iPhone and Android. Available to download from the App Store and Google Play.